UK.
Yes, then. Oh shit! It's very dark in here. I've not looked at myself.
You've not put your lights on. Come on, how unprofessional.
Alexa,
sorted your lighting.
Turn the office on.
Alexa.
Okay.
Darken the room.
I could have sworn you said Elsa.
Let it go.
Is that better? Not really. Still looking rather creasy and. Anyway, good evening. How are we all?
Fine and dandy.
Hunky dory, tickety boo, and all that.
It's a crack-a-lackin' Tuesday.
Chandler, you're early.
No, I'm just not late.
Fair.
Ask these guys.
10 o'clock.
Ask these guys. Who was the last one on?
You.
Yeah.
If you're 4 minutes late, you know we do ban you from this show, don't you?
Oh, for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that one.
We just don't invite you on ever again unless.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what's weird, Lloyd? Is
What?
I'm so used to seeing you backwards that when you forwards, it messes with my head.
That bad. I have to get close to this mic.
I've been so used to seeing Sabiba all week that now you've got Adidas on your head, Sabiba just doesn't work.
Sabiba. Love it.
Oh dear. Do you know when you're used to seeing something and then someone messes with that something and turns it completely round? And it's like, right. Imagine years and years ago, you go out on the piss. You pull yourself a 10 to 2 bird. Fucking gorgeous.
2 bird.
Absolutely fucking gorgeous. You wake up the next morning and it's like someone sellotaped her face on backwards and she looks like a bag of smashed crabs. It's exactly the same with Lloyd now. You all know what I mean, don't deny it. Why am I gesticulating so much?
I'm the face of bag smashed crabs, am I?
You know what I
Yeah, so
mean.
which one is the smashed crabs? The one
Right,
where
what-
it's Sabiba
right.
or?
You're right, mine.
Is Martin reminiscing?
I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something.
Oh, funny.
I think Mark has locked it or something. I'm trying to flip my video, but it doesn't work.
Mark,
Or is it not working?
My microphones are
Doesn't work on Twitch.
shitty as last week.
something's wrong with your microphone.
What's wrong with it? Why is my email bonging? Right, what's wrong with talk to me? What's wrong with my mic?
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
Chandler's done it. He turned himself upside down. I need to
Distortion.
change my camera around then.
Thanks for the sub, Ali. Well, if whatever we do in Zoom, it doesn't go into Twitch. It's locked. So, Janet, they won't see you being upside down.
Yeah, they will.
They are.
Yeah, it's on. I can see it on the Twitch feed.
Oh,
Yeah.
now it has.
There you go.
Just the delay.
Is that any better?
No, we can still hear you.
No.
Don't know about anything else, but I'm getting a headache.
Well, evening, Ben. Thanks for helping Mark out with his audio disability. Evening, David. And Badinci? Who is Badinci?
Huh?
Badinci?
I'll find the setting to turn it back again.
And good evening, Ilse. And Matt.
I need to know,
Matt,
is my audio
you
any
are
better?
very late. You are an hour late because, as you see, Chandler is here, so must be an hour late. Garrett is also here, and Matt Emery. Evening, guys.
Someone tell me my audio is better in chat, please. No better.
Your audio's better in chat.
Very slightly
Good evening to
better.
the guys watching over at YouTube.
No better, Mark.
Evening ATC vape reviews. What's wrong with his audio?
I don't know. Oh,
Then if you turn the
right. I've turned my audio down to like half now. Is that better? That's got to be better.
Evening, Phil.
surely.
max input, Ben's wrote.
Is it that people can hear you guys back, or is it just that my voice is distorted?
It is. It's very clear on Zoom, but it's somewhat distorted on Twitch. Evening, Phil. Evening, Ant.
Now it's too quiet.
No satisfaction.
Oh, for God's sake.
Who's on live? Who's for live feed does this on YouTube? Oh, I was watching TVP. All them lot, they say all the time. They give up in the end. It's like, forget it. I'll tell you what could be, Mark. What they do on there, what the other Mark does, the vaping postman, he puts his headphones in. Puts his headphones on.
Right. Is that any better? I've changed my microphone.
Still distorted.
No.
Put your headphones on.
Give it time.
Give it a minute. It's got to take a second for them to go through, you know.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So it ain't my internet today. It's Mark's microphone.
So we're not going to talk about vaping at all tonight. We're just going to test out Mark's microphone.
We're just going to sit here going 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
Testing,
2,
testing.
3.
Just
Hang on,
live
apparently
test.
I'm too quiet now. Let's turn that up a little bit. Is that any better? Am I louder now?
What'd you say?
Sorry?
Fuck off.
This is going to be the quickest vape talk show ever.
Better. Without distortion. Okay. Right.
We're gonna get Mark rage quitting in a minute.
If I go, we all go. Bit better.
Oh, no, that's what I meant.
Fuck it. Let's get on. Martin.
Sorry.
That's
Back
like
to the
the
plot.
second explosion within 5 minutes outside.
You're having explosions outside.
Apparently.
I'll check the news in a minute. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure the local news from here will reach you very, very soon.
That
Fine.
quick.
Just as long as your local port is still there, you'll be fine.
Port?
Port.
Port.
You know, ports exploding and things that happened
I
recently.
like port.
Never mind. Go back to sleep. It's fine.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Where was it? Dubai, wasn't it?
No, I can't remember now. I really ought to, shouldn't I? That's really bad. I mention it and then can't remember where it
Oh,
was.
that one will.
Yeah, where they stored all the all those chemicals that
Yeah, which
just
they
blew
had
up.
warned about and shit and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lebanon. There you go.
Right, guys. Lloyd, what are you wicking on? Or what are you vaping on? What is wicked?
What's wicked? Yeah, not a lot. I am on Matt Waite's old billet with a new DNA in it. DNA from James Story. Thank you, Mr. James Story.
That's very nice.
I'm on JG, Mr. Dalrose, 75C Lopo billet, Borough device, I should say.
What the heck is that?
Whoa.
Are you
Okay.
freaking kidding me?
Only 10 made.
I can
Look
see
at these
why.
magnets.
Luckily, no more than because.
Only 10 made, yeah, because they don't want to make no more of them. I'm on the.
Look, there's no wrong with that. I mean, why can't you? It makes perfect sense. Why don't you just get a box like that?
Exactly.
Pop a borrow in it. Jobs are good.
Jobs are good in, mate. Like
Yeah, do you know? Do you know? I'm now thinking.
See the borough and the bridge and all that shavaffle.
What?
That is the entire build thing is about. It's about showing off the inners.
It's a bit lost in there, isn't it?
A little. Yeah, there's room in there for
another 6.
Yeah, you could have got a bigger lipo in there. To be fair,
has that wire been severely crushed by the lipo?
Matt said it looks probably amateur hour.
Ooh.
Ilse, no live wig pics. No.
The strongest magnets ever. And also on another old school one is the Moonraker with the heart RTA in it, which is also very interesting inside.
The heart borough.
And it's got a fucking flying thing in here. You can't really see it, but yeah, on that, I love that. And the Origin, what's it called, Martin? Oxford.
How's the air coming into the heart when it's like recessed into it? Oh, so it's pretty open. So
yeah, you get in there for it.
And you need a lot of sellotape to block that off.
RBA with some Nick salts. That's it for tonight. That's the only things that's wicked up.
Okay.
I pass it on to Mr. Chandler.
Guess what I'm vaping on?
On a stick.
I got a billet bugs. And I've got vape snail hiding in there.
Are you liking the vape snail?
Oh,
good. Isn't
yeah.
it?
When I found out that I can take the that it actually got a restrictor in the chimney, that finding that out actually helped quite a lot.
You get any leakage
from the vape snail?
Yeah.
No, not at all. No.
Some people say that, but I've never had no leakage really from mine.
No, not had any. Well, I've only had it less than a week.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but no, it was fine.
You might have the V2 then.
Pass. I didn't know there was a V1.
Yeah, the first had an issue with the gasket, I think.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah. So there seems to be no issues with that at the minute. I did have an issue building it yesterday. I put a 0.4 twisted Clapton in it, and I spaced it, and it was absolutely fine when I built it. Tested it on the mod, put it in the billet, and it was going 0.01 of an ohm. I'm like, it was good. Basically, because I'd spaced it, it was too wide and it was touching the top. So I pulled it down a bit, squashed it together, and it's been okay since then. But yeah, I'll watch that in the future. Don't stick a spaced coil in because it didn't like it at all. But yeah, other than that, and it's great. Oh, what? I can see why people like billet boxes, because that it's a bit of a dichotomy, because it's perfect for just popping in your pocket and taking out with you, because it's small, everything's in there, it's fine, but it's expensive. You don't actually want to take it anywhere, so which is a bit weird.
So what you need to do is you need to go out and spend £150 on a leather case to put it in.
After you spend £300 on inners and clear doors,
or you just buy a beta one.
It's nuts.
Just buy a beta
or you have a beta one. Yeah. Oh, well, I think this is my beta, because it is a bit. It's. I'm not too scared about taking this one out, to be fair. But yeah.
How big?
And it is the fact that if you just think, actually, I want a bit of mouth to lung. It's 2 seconds. You unscrew the top, out with the vape snail, in with the borrow tank with the Karma RDA in. It's all full of juice already, and off you go.
So what you need now then is you've got your beta. So you want to keep your eye open for an NOCT, something like that, something snazzy, something.
Team Knocked.
Knocked NOCT. Well, call it what you will. Get something pretty.
I was hanging my nose over that That murdered out one that I saw on Hatters earlier.
What?
The black rat.
Oh, the rat.
Black rat. Yeah. I'm like, I'm resisting the urge. I don't get paid till tomorrow. So, and
Okay.
on my desk, I've got my Entheon, my Riviera on top of the Dovpo top side, and I've got my mouth to lung Vicious Ant, but I've got a feeling they're just going to sit on the desk because I'm just going to be vaping the billet box all the time.
So you vaping restricted DL in there then with the vapes now, or you MTL?
It's fully. It's got the 4 mil airflow in it. I've taken the restrictor out. It's just full on
air.
Full on as much airflow as it takes, and it is spot on for how I like to direct lung. It's way better than I thought it would be.
Sorry, did you just say you got paid tomorrow, Chandler?
Yes.
The last working day of the month?
Yes.
Funny that.
No, let's not get into it.
Martin can't believe we get paid on the end of the month.
No, it wasn't Martin. It wasn't Martin.
Wasn't me.
Who was it?
Andrew.
My theory is that
was
people
it?
can't get paid every day of the month. There's no everybody gets paid on that set whatever.
Yeah.
Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly.
My previous job, I used to get paid. It was in the middle of the month for randomly, but
I get paid on Wednesday night. Oh no, I suppose they called it Thursday.
well, it used to be everybody got paid on a Friday, wasn't it? That's
Yep.
With your
that's why
little
it
brown pay packet.
Yeah.
yeah,
With your tax deductibles on the back.
With coins in it.
yeah. My first job, I actually got paid like that.
Yeah.
It was great.
On third last working day.
So, Martin, wanting shilling. I'm ignoring that and carrying on. Martin, what are you vaping on, mate?
Oh, well, I'm vaping on my RJ mod.
You're telling me you've not got a billet box? What the fuck?
Let's not get into that, channel.
Martin, get your billet box out. Show everyone. It's about time you showed them.
Back off. I'm never getting a billet box. My RJ mod with my banner on top, containing some very nice Bisha guava strawberry, and I'm also on my Voyeur Winter Dragon with Miyako and Naraka, and notice some of the accessories. We're gonna come back to that later, actually.
Oh.
And on my Seduce with the Imperia and some. This is starting to become a Vapor Bay commercial. This is the third juice from Vapor Bay. This juice is
Well, stop
really
buying
amazing.
shit from them.
No, but and I found out.
Do you know
that-
one of the
that-
partners is in the in this tonight, don't you?
What I dislike about most UK juices is apparently the type of sweetener that most UK juice makers use.
Okay.
So, like for instance, the Wig Liquor, I love the Miyako and the sweeteners it has in there, but I don't like the normal ones from Wig Liquor. They have that salty sour aftertaste that I don't like. This bang on.
It's good juice, mate, isn't it?
I saw
Very
they made
good.
salts as well.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Gonna get some of those also.
I don't know. They do a 50-50. They call it pod juice.
Yeah,
Pod
But
juice. That's a good
is it
marketing
salt, Nick?
ploy.
Yeah.
but is it salt, Nick?
No, they put. How much do they put in there? This is 0 mg base for 6 mg. Simply add 2 18 mg Nick shots. So 40.
I need to put like some 100 milligram Nick salt in there or something.
Yeah, it's 40 mil.
And last but not least, my trusted Caliburn. Still with some Just Juice, Nick salts, mango passion fruit. Hopefully until next week, Mark gets his. No, not Mark's fault because I'm still waiting on some pop before I can send. I can
I've got
send
some
my Nick
got some
salt.
bits to send.
Yeah.
We'll save us to what they are. Can you guess? Can you guess what it is yet? we'll save them till next week.
Don't start.
Yeah.
Martin,
And I got like a picture today with like 12. What's that?
Salt. It's called Salt. Mango Passion. That's nice, mate.
Mango Passion's good. That's from Juice Saws, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
We'll
nice.
talk about that, I think. I just had a picture today because someone from Israel, Mr. Shai, he contacted me about some juice that's someone he
Is
knows
that a
made. So he
cruiser
got
on there?
sent me like a picture of 12. I think it was 120 milliliter bottles. Like, is this what you're sending me? Oh, I don't like that one, that one, that one. That's just cut down to like, so we ended up at like half, so 6 bottles. So I'm looking forward to that. Some one of his friends doing that. We're talking lychee. We're talking boysenberry. And some other interesting ones. So we'll see what. I'll let you know when they're here, and I'll give you my thoughts. That's me, Mark. Is your
Me.
vaping on? Yeah, twat. I just noticed you had the cold in hand,
Nice.
and
Nice.
I
hold
reminisced
back
from
there, Martin.
earlier. I reminisced from earlier when Mark put a post in a group and saying, "What have you regretted selling?"
Do you regret selling
Because
it?
he was holding the cold.
Do you regret selling it?
Kind of, but not when it's with you.
Ah.
I'm actually using it now because I've almost to a point where I'm enjoying the RDA. Where's Alex? The parcel that he posted on Saturday never made it again.
What the?
What?
I have
Evening Dale, evening Fee.
evening, folks. I've been playing between jump back on the Reaper this week. Enjoying that. That's gone a bit sludgy brown. I can't remember what was in that. Oh, pistachio. Don't even know where the bottle's gone. It's in my pocket. Cafe Latte Pistachio from
Very nice.
from Lagoons.
Where did you get that from?
Huh?
Where did you get that from?
I'm pretty sure we sent it direct.
Oh, fuck, that was me.
Oh, was it? No, it definitely didn't come from vaporbay.co.uk or vaporbay.uk. But if it had have come from vaporbay.co.uk or vaporbay.uk, I'd have mentioned the fact that it had come from vaporbay.uk or vaporbay.co.uk, but it didn't. So I'm not going to
You
mention.
forget to put the banner on Twitch stream in the top.
So I'm not going to mention
Discount
Vaporbay.
code.
Definitely not going to mention Vaporbay. That'd be
Of UK.
yeah, that'd be yeah. Anyway, also on the Nibiru and the Doodah thing.
The Limelight. Polly something, I don't remember.
I can't either. It's escaped me.
Are you alright, Lloyd?
Polygon, but it's not.
Pylon.
Oh, that is
Pylon.
disgusting.
Polygon was close. Thanks, David.
What?
Oh,
What happened there, Lloyd?
Well, Matt,
Does that need re-wicking?
yeah, that is just absolutely vile.
Matt
I don't know
Matt
how
has a
long
good
that juice-
point.
I
But
don't know how long that
luckily,
juice has been in there.
right, Lloyd. Luckily, Vaporbay has a very good postie that does the postie runs. I've heard that postie is gonna make like live post drops soon, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
Also on the Colts, and I'm making do with RDA.
Is that an OATI or is that what's that?
Oh, Atty with the slam cap.
Yeah.
Still too tight for me for what I like, but it's great
Matt?
until the whatever it is, I'm getting off Alex comes. Also had a delivery from our friends at Waterfo this week, and they sent me. I've got a couple actually. I've got one to send
Is that the tracking you didn't know what was for that you suddenly got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Pro Tank. And it's interesting because they've got a single mesh coil in one side and then a parallel coil on the other side.
Yeah, that sounds a bit kind of weird, doesn't it?
So it's a dual coil affair. The mesh one side and a parallel the other side. Coming in at 0.15. And I've got to say, it ain't bad. For me, 0.15, 80 watts, I know. It's Lloyd. Is it 80 watts? That's your cut-off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had 80 watts.
My cut-off's about 50.
It's cloudy.
Cabe, it is cloudy. It is cloudy. Cabe, look how I've got the air on it.
Bubbles.
Has that got bubble glass?
It comes with bubble glass. It comes with a bubble glass as well as standard straight glass. And one thing,
what, 2 mil?
I'd say it's probably 3.5, 4 mil with a bubble on it.
Yeah, but with the straight it's 2 mil, right?
Is what?
2 mil with the straight glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fish bowls. We don't like it.
One thing they did send me, but unfortunately Chando's not going to get.
What?
They only sent one.
Oh.
Ooh.
What's that?
What is it?
Oh, damn it. Are you hogging that? You git.
It's upside down, isn't it?
Is it backwards?
No, rebuildable
That's
deck
perfect
hob.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. But they send, instead of it being an RBA as such,
Yeah?
it's a whole new base.
Really?
So you replace the base, and the base is that.
Oh, that's clever. That's very clever. Oh, yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah. I've not tried it yet because I'm still sorting out, going through the... I sent a couple of boxes of coils to try. So I'll send Chandler a couple of extra coils as well for his opinion. But I've got to say, I've always liked Waterfo stuff, even from when they first started. Waterfo have always been the affordable, authentic. At least back in the day they were. They've always seen. I don't believe they ever went down the clone route. I believe they always were straight down the line, and I respect that. I do respect that. But as far as that goes, for a sub tank, I just spotted knurling.
And hasn't Waterfo taken over or
No,
Yes.
that's Smog. Smog is owns off. Oh,
it's Smog that owns off.
No.
Okay.
Waterfo do now because Next M is the.
Oh yeah. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waterfo have bought or off.
Yes.
Oh, have they?
Yep.
Oh. Well, it used to be Smog.
Yeah. I've got to say the finish is good. Apart from the knurling, that can get in the bin. One thing I don't like
Slide.
is on top.
Is that
gasket?
That's a rubber gasket.
on the top?
So it's like a rubber slit. Do you know, like you get in your flashlight?
In your what? No, sorry, I don't have a flashlight.
So literally, you break the.
Oh, you poke your nib in. Ugh.
The problem
That's going to
is
get all
with that,
flappy.
Yeah.
when you try and. Oh shit! When you try and fill up, your nib ain't long enough. Your nib's not long enough to permeate the rubber
Always
bit.
get that problem, not being long enough.
Those of us who have longer nips, we don't have that issue.
Yeah, no, I don't have that problem.
I'm waiting for you to complain next week, Chandler.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
But no,
True, Matt. Just
bob
talk.
on. Too
Put the
wide
nib
is
in
too
your
airy
slip.
for me. Or maybe
Oh
not.
God, if it's airy for you, bloody hell! I don't
Feels to
stand a
nail
hell of a
it.
chance.
You need some deep penetration.
Balls deep is what you're
Need
saying.
some
yeah?
lube.
Lube. I've
Matt waits.
got 120ml bottle of lube.
Yeah, it's a lot of lube. Maybe it's too high VG. It needs to be more PG. Or I don't know.
God.
Dale said he could probably use the tank as a flashlight. I'm not sure you get your balls past it, mate.
Maybe you can use it as a butt plug because it has the bubble tank. That's maybe the
That
close.
bear.
It'll do. But no, if this sort of thing's your thing, then give it a try. But get the RBA deck, and I will feedback next week.
Please do.
Feedback next week on my thoughts with the RBA. But so far,
What's the pricing on that?
it was free.
Yeah, but what?
I've got no idea.
Okay.
I'm not a reviewer.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh. Hang on, bit of Google foo. What is it? The Antnex
Next M Pro tank.
Next Mesh Pro. There we go. I don't want to look at the. I want to look at it. Trying to see if I can find a price. Ooh. There we go. Let's have a look. Enter. Oh, I hate it when they do that.
I don't think
It's
are
not
they
available. It's not available just yet. So they list it on their website with the asking price of £999,999.
I'll take two. I'll take two.
So it is a
not
little
that
bit
good.
on the steep side.
It's
Yeah.
not that good.
It's because then they can say, "Oh, we have a 99% discount, and you get it for $34.95."
So if you go to the Watofo website and you buy it, it's $34.95. And they've got the lovely black gunmetal. I can spin a wheel to win a free bonus.
What colour's yours, Chandler? Oh, yours is stainless. I didn't even realise we've got different
Was it?
ones.
Ah, gold, blue, and
Oh,
the
no.
obligatory.
I lie, yours is rainbow.
No,
It
no,
Oh, with the
It's
bubble
rainbow.
glass.
No.
Oh, that's hilarious.
no.
Rainbow. It's not rainbow, is it?
It is. Isn't that what SS stands for? Shit steel.
Oh, okay.
That would have been epic.
I've done it before to you, haven't I?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. So that's
so yeah.
40 minutes in. That's what we're vaping on.
There you go. Oh, the RBA deck is $14, and the coils are $14 for 3. There you go. Just thought I'd mention that.
Well, I've got both some highs and lows for the week. I'm gonna start very briefly talking about what I would characterize as a roller coaster, because it was high and then was low and then was high and then was low, and right now we don't know where we are. It's about the Danish flavor ban.
Danish flavor ban.
Danish flavor ban, which, and this we're talking in the bigger European perspective. So our Danish health officials, they decided on December 30th that they were going to make a flavor ban, which now the EU and a lot of the EU countries and the EU Commission have said that is EU constrictive.
Ooh, really?
Yes. And then within 24 hours, it was like, oh, you can't do it anyway. And then they went out yesterday and said, oh, we're going to do it anyway. We don't feel that they mean that part. So they're literally just doing the politician thing, saying, oh, that doesn't apply. That's not what they mean. We're going to do it anyway in April next year. So we still don't know if we're
So the EU has turned around and said, no, you can't do that. You can't do the flavour ban because it goes against
free markets and some EU doctrines and so on about internal markets and the free movement of items that they
So-
are blocking.
Yeah, surely wouldn't that just mean that people would just start ordering their e-liquid from Germany, Holland, France, wherever,
It
and
will
just
also
getting
be
it?
illegal to import, so caught in customs. So that's where we are right now. Within 24 hours, we were totally up, and then we were totally down again because they just went out and said, "Oh,
They
that
turned around
doesn't
and went,
apply."
"Ha ha,
Sod
fuck you."
the EU. We're going to do what the fuck we like anyway.
Yeah, pretty much that. So basically, there's just morals. They're gonna keep on working towards the ban to take effect on April 2021. And the issue is here that maybe this just applies for Denmark, but more countries are gonna follow, and ultimately it's also gonna put pressure on politicians in UK if more and more European countries follow. Not even saying EU, just European countries. Even though you are the stronghold of Europe for vaping. So let's hope it doesn't go that way.
That's
I have two highs for the week. Mark, if you can bring up the first one, which is something from Aspire, which is very
High
small.
one or low one?
What one? No, not that one. That's not Aspire. Hi. Yes. The Aspire Minus, which looks a bit like a bit of an oversized plector for playing guitar.
It does.
It's a disposable pod.
what?
It's a disposable
What the hell?
No, it's not disposable pod. That's the pod that it's got no vapor,
It's
is it?
smokeless, isn't it?
It is a
Vaporless.
disposable
Vape.
pod.
Vaporless.
Yeah, it's they say vaporless technology. It is a disposable pod.
What do you mean by just? Huh?
You like
Disposable means throw away.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like 4 by 4 centimeters, 1.5 in depth, and they make it in 3 colors. So there is a black one which is mixed fruit, then there's a red one which is some rich tobacco, and a gray one which is icy menthol.
Oh right, so you can't refill it then.
Nope. I think it has 1.8 milliliters of juice, and that's it.
And no vapor comes out.
Apparently, it's a vaporless technology. I'm thinking it's very restrictive. Very restricted. My mouth too long. But they
Might,
look fancy.
might be good for an aeroplane.
Yeah, that's what the video shows.
Ah, so they're actively encouraging its use on an airplane. That's
Yeah.
naughty.
And the Office, they've done it. If you watch the video.
My next
Right.
high for the week is you can bring that up, Mark. Is what seems to be a collaboration between some Italians, between Alessandro from Core Design and another Alessandro from Infinity Mods. It's called the Mech Cider, the undercode Mech Cider. And
Ooh.
I don't like side by sides, but this has something aesthetically pleasing because it's so simple.
Do you know what I don't
so
like?
Delrin bottom, and then a stainless steel tube and a stainless steel top, and just full mechanical.
Isn't that the guys from Pioneer as well?
Pierre Plus from Pioneer is also involved, but he's involved in so many things. Basically, who's behind it is Alessandro Bellucco from Core Design and Alessandro Bisori from Infinity Mods. But yes, Pierre Plus or Pierre Plus is involved as well, but he's involved in so many things, so it's hard to keep track of.
I don't like the gap.
That's actually what I like in terms of aesthetics, but
They get full of dust and mank.
nah, it's so big that if it was smaller, I would agree. So yeah,
Yeah, I quite like it. I like the one that's put in my vape review group. That was a bit different in there. I like the shape of it. And it's so clean. It looks clean.
Exactly, it's so clean and simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've just opened a group in Facebook. There's nothing regarding pricing yet. It's an 18650 though, but the pricing and well, you can kind of from that picture know that the 18652 kind of get the idea of the size.
Matt, I like the gap. It's like a thigh gap on a woman.
Well, yeah. So my low for the week is the picture Mark brought up just before. Like Mission 15, you've done so many nice things. What is the need for a EUC bridge? What is the need? I really don't.
Anyone would think you've got a problem with billet boxes or borrow devices, Mike?
No. because like there are so many much more simple and smaller actually EUC cord bridges which allow for more juice in the chamber. So I don't see any need. I don't even know the price, but it's probably going to be more expensive than, let's say, the one from. I have a picture of the one from Signature Chip. You can bring up, Mark, the other picture. That's just an example of a much simpler one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty simple bridge to make. I don't see why.
Yeah, I agree. What they're saying it's saying it stops more leakage, don't they? I do agree with you though.
It's because they were saying because there's no threading on that coil, you can't just screw it in. It's held together by the pressure.
Yeah.
So the Mission 15 one, it puts it in the cage, and then that holds it all together.
Yeah.
So it's not reliant on the pressure in the borrow to hold it together.
And it's like David just said, it stops the ohms from flying everywhere.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that word because I can't say it. I'll just say flying everywhere.
Fluctuate.
I was just like,
That's the one.
why? What's the need?
I kind of agree with you.
With an RBA bridge, fair, but fair play to them if it actually does something about the leaking, because we all know billet box needs something about that.
Can you not pick a hat and just stick with it?
That's my hat's out for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've got one that I'm not sure if it's a high or a low, and I was going to speak about this last week. Excuse me, on the show. Have you seen the mod in the bag? The MX1 the MX1 DIY kit by Tech Division.
Oh, Mark Todd done it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he done a review. He done a review of it, making it.
Did he finish it?
He has, yeah.
What are your thoughts on buying an unfinished mod for 50 euros cheaper?
You're asking me. I
Do
can't
you
even wick an RDA.
Is it literally a case of screwing the thing together like
no,
a giant Meccano kit?
You're soldering the leads onto the board. It's the whole shazing.
You've got to solder
Yeah,
everything.
we've got solder, yeah.
Older? No way.
So you get a box of bits, you get a length of cable, you cut the cut the cable down into like 50mm lengths, and then solder onto the board. Hey, look at
I
that.
would so fuck it up.
No, for 50, no, not worth it.
No, sorry, not for me.
You'd rather pay the 50 quid.
I
I'd rather pay that 50 quid than blow myself up.
There is a French website where you can actually design your own mech squonker, like various parts you can design, and then it gets sent to you, and then you assemble it because it's a mech squonker.
Didn't Shapeways used to do that? Is it Shapeways?
Yeah, Shapeways was a 3D printing company, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To me, if you want to make your own, get your ass over to Mod Maker, pick your parts, pick your board, pick your buttons, pick your wire. Jobs are good.
I'm now tempted to try and make a borrow out of one of the boxes.
Here's one I made earlier.
Now Lloyd's waved one at me. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd work. Literally, I'm assuming there's a connection going to the case, so it uses the case as the negative.
You're asking the wrong person here, mate.
Okay, that's fine. All right, okay.
You're asking the wrong person
It's
here.
got to be.
All
It's
right,
got to be.
okay.
It's got to be.
I have not got a Scooby. What you're going on about?
Hold the inside up.
Fires.
Because the billet box, it uses the element. It uses the connection is from the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get the case off now.
Yeah. Look at the top.
The connection is from the top here down to the bottom. That's why it's called a bridge, because it bridges up. But the whole case is part of the circuit.
If you look at the top of Lloyd's box where the black wire comes, where the negative comes up.
Yeah. Oh, it's soldered. Yeah, it's soldered to the top.
Literally soldered to the case.
Soldered to the case. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, whatever you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark,
that one.
Mark, I'm curious. Is that series or parallel?
Who, me? That's Jubilee. Jubilee clip. What are you going on about?
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, that's a series box.
Oh, are you sure?
So yeah, it's got the two positives at the top and the two negatives at the bottom. Mark told me.
It's a sure thing.
Mark, going off topic, you know that picture I sent you earlier of my router? It was actually my Skybox.
I looked at it and I thought that's not the box.
Oh, my missus goes, that's not the router, that's the Skybox. I was like, oh my god, I'll send that to Mark. As a router. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, you really do know your tech, don't you, Lloyd?
Oh, so well, mate.
Skybox. Oh, bet you had some right problems watching your telly, don't you?
Oh my
It was
God.
like, what the fuck? I'm pointing it at the skybox and it's not working.
I goes, Mark asked me what router I got, and I sent him the Skybox.
It didn't look like the Super Hub, I've got to say.
Fucking hell. Give up.
Cool. Next. I've lost my page.
Tanner,
Hello.
what's your highs and lows for the week?
Highs. I'm drinking beer.
Ooh.
I still like this Stormtrooper stuff. Can you tell I've really thought about this bit?
Yeah, and lows is you're gonna have a hangover, or
Yeah, quite probably. Yeah. So. Yeah, pretty much. Found out that I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working from home now until March at the earliest. So still haven't quite got my head around whether that's a positive or a negative. I think it's more of a high than a low, but there we are.
paying for your electricity and your internet, and
Yeah, still.
that's been the case with a lot of them working at home. Suddenly their electricity has gone up, and they have to pay for their own internet. And
Well, I'm paying for my internet anyway. It's not costing me any extra for my internet. I haven't even looked at my electric bill, so it might have made a difference. But yeah, I think I might actually have to put my direct debit up just to make sure, because I don't suddenly want to. Oh, by the way, you owe us £2,000.
We got this, right? We got this week. So we're with Bulb. Sorry to be boring. We're with Bulb. And we got one of these smart meter majiggy thingies. So they know exactly what we're using when we're using it, right? And gas and electricity, we pay £80 a month. And we're something. What's that face? Is that high? Is that low? Fucking hell. We pay £80 a month.
I pay 125 quid for both.
Fucking hell. £80 a month we pay. And we're about 250 quid in credit. So they came to us and they said, look, winter's coming. We need to put your payments up to 120 a month. And we're like, well, last year after winter, you ended up paying us back 400 quid. No, well, we've estimated based on your usage that you're going to use this, that, the other. So Lindsay rings them up and she's like, right, let's barter. I'm going to give you 100 quid. You want 120. We currently pay 80. I'll give you 100 quid. They're like, all right. I was like, you're shit.
Oh God.
Channel, there's actually a very good question for you from My Dog is Fluffy. What do you think about smog?
I've got nothing against smoke. I've got the species
Their sales team.
that I do quite like and still use, and I've
do.
got my X Cube Mini that I have had for years. That just
I'm sure
you know.
Jesus had one of those, Chandler.
I think we've talked.
It was my first. It was my first. It was my first proper regulated 18650 mod. So it's
We talked about this before because we've all had smog.
yeah.
Let's start out with smog. They did a lot of revolutionary things regarding like making mods more, let's call it sexy, or at least you having different colors and so on. They had some revolutionary tanks, baby beast. Okay, the coils didn't last at all,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the flavor, you know.
I didn't get on. Yeah, I didn't get on with the tanks, but you know, I like a
They
restricted.
made so many, and none fit the same coils. So that kind of has made a lot of the shops like go around them because they literally couldn't stock the coils,
Yeah.
and plus they died so fast. So I think we all don't have anything per se against smog, but we've all just moved on to something better.
Tree box. Oh, I did hang my nose over a tree box. To be fair, that did look a bit fancy. I mean, yeah, I've only got a couple of smart products. They've not. A lot of people had a go at their reliability. I've not had that, but I've got one of the earlier ones, and I've not dropped my species. So
My alien, it cracked in the 510 at one point when I was screwing around the tank. I could hear like snap, and then I knew that the soldering had gone.
I lie. I do lie. I was about to go in the drawer and fetch it, but I don't know if it's there. I had a smock.
Lloyd with the hat, with the top hat, with the devil. Like...
Yeah, I had a smock. I had a smock guardian pipe thing. The Subome thing. It was a really nice mod, very nice to hold, and I did like it, but it was made out of black plastic, and the plastic cracked around the 510. So yeah, I was a little disappointed at that, but yeah, so yeah.
Well, I sometimes help out in a vape shop, and especially when they're busy, and I'm there anyway. So there was this. I remember I sold one of these Smog Mag, you know, with the magazine like looks like a gun.
Yay!
This guy, he came and he looked at like, wow, I need this. It's so cool, and you were so. What can it do, and what can you do with like you put the tank on, and then you press the fire button.
Took me ages to realize that the Smog Mag, because I know it looks like it's just the grip bit, isn't it? So it took me ages because the mod is on the top, so it sticks up the top. It took me ages to realize it was supposed to look like a gun grip. I'm like, as soon as someone told me, it was like, oh yeah. Like the Squid Industries, the double barrel.
Double barrel.
Yeah, again, it wasn't until somebody went, that's supposed to look like the end of a shotgun, that I went, oh yeah. You know, I don't necessarily agree with why does a mod have to look like firearms, but yeah. I do remember when just before the X Cube came out, there was what was it called? It was a grenade, basically. It just looked like a grenade. And it was I can't remember what it was called.
It was the Anakin one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It was a company that I know. Yeah, I think it was Anakin. But yeah, you know, there's going to be these novelty things. So
hope that was answer enough for you.
Cool Fire 2.
My dog is floppy.
Yeah, there we go. We got into that, really, didn't we?
So Mark, you have a topic for tonight that we can discuss and we can debate and we can debaffle. Vape gadgets.
Vape gadgets, bruh.
The first thing
Vape
I think
gadgets.
about when you say vape gadgets is, what the fuck is it called? Fidget spinners.
Fidget spinner.
Fidget spinners.
Fidget
Especially when they're
spinner.
on
Fidget
mods.
spinner.
Fidget spinners below the tank, between the mod and the tank. Holy shit.
You see, you'll be surprised to know that fidget spinners actually started off in the vaping industry. They were massive in the vaping industry before they even hit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Didn't you?
Didn't you?
Oh, the only way you could, when they first came out, you could buy them online, but they were on the online vape shops were selling them.
Ah.
Yeah, I think even, Totally Wicked was selling fidget spinners.
That's why so many vape shops still have so much stock of fidget spinners, because
Yeah, because a load of them were a bit late to the party, bought a shit ton, and then nobody wanted the bloody things.
You see a
Because
lot.
some of these spinners they were selling were high-end spinners, so they were like 50 quid, 60 quid, 70 quid for a spinner.
But they got ceramic bearings.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of fancy. They were like the high-end spinners.
But there is another side to the vaping industry. Do you know the EDC side? The everyday carry people? And they're the ones that carry the little knives and they do the pocket checks. And they've they've got like little metal card holders and some cheap knockoff Rolex and a little 2-inch blade that they keep in the pocket and a set of dog tags. Yeah, it kind of fell in with the EDC lot. Yeah, that was my bullshit. Oh, you go back and you look at JB.
Yeah.
Chris, old presenter of the show. Not that he's that old, just fat. But he was he was knocking out fidget spinners, 3D printing them, buying in the best bearings he could, and doing all this testing. He made an absolute killing. I know he took like 50 or 60 of them to an expo, and he was banging them out at like 25 quid a pop. And they were costing him, the time to 3D print them.
and the 3D printer, but I guess you already had that and the material.
Now other vape gadgets like little pillows that you blow into, and little things that sit on your desk that dispose of vape in the air, and I just.
Oh, what was it? What was it
The
called
vape
that
nut.
you plugged it in? The nut. Yeah, the vape nut.
And you literally had to like blow directly into it for even it to absorb anything.
We sold them at Vapor Bay for a little while.
Did you? Vape nuts. Oh,
No,
the
vape
bags.
nuts, the bag things.
Did they sell well?
Vape
We sold
away.
4, and that's all we ever got in. I think it went to one person.
Right. What about the I can't remember what they were called. I've got some bits to one somewhere. Do you know things that you stick to your windscreen so you can drip and drive?
Oh, they were basically a
Drippies, what they
optic.
called? Drippies.
Drippies.
Drippies. Yeah. It was basically the shorts optics from the pubs, wasn't it? You just went
Yeah.
and it just dispensed you. Oh no, they would.
Easy
Easy
dripper.
dripper.
That's it.
That's it. Easy dripper. That's it.
And as much as I
The
slagged them
gripper
off,
itself was nice, but the thing about mounting it,
the things that made me laugh, we slagged them off and said we'd never have them in the shop. But every time we had them in the shop, they sold out, didn't they? Every time. They used to just fly out.
Oh,
Specialist window cleaner for VG. Now, Mick, you might mock that. I gave you
It
some of
works.
mine, didn't you? Didn't I? Chandler?
yes. Yeah. I bought. Yes. Yes, I did. I tried some of yours.
And it
It worked.
actually, there was quite a lot of science behind our developed product. We never actually went to market with it.
Oh, you didn't?
Huh? No,
You didn't go to market with it?
never went to market with it.
Big problem in the winter, isn't it? In the winter, your car gets full of it.
This
Yeah.
stuff, literally, and I'm not going to tell you the chemical we use because I still think it's got legs. But there's a
I think it's got legs. No, I Do you know what I used it for the most? Because my office is in the conservatory, and our living room, PlayStation, what have you, is in the conservatory. So I'm vaping in the conservatory quite a lot. Conservatory windows. So I used it a lot to clean the conservatory windows. It just, wipe it off, done.
How we tested ours, we literally threw e-liquid at the shop window.
Okay, that's a bit extreme.
No, literally, we squirted e-liquid, right? Wipe, it was gone.
Ooh.
Honestly, this stuff was incredible. But we used
I wouldn't suggest using it in the car with the windows up.
no, because a large right. So we used an enzyme which broke down fatty acids. That's all I'm going to say. But also it was high in alcohol as well, because obviously that needed to cut through and clean. But then we had an
Streak
enzyme.
free.
Huh?
Streak free.
Yeah, no, this was. But we had these enzymes that literally ate fatty acids, which includes Fiji, and it was incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible.
Didn't bring it out for the winter.
That all that was in it was like a very, very, very small percentage of this nearly said the chemical name then. A very small percentage of this chemical.
Diacetyl.
Yeah, diacetyl. That's what we
Yeah.
use. Diacetyl, rubbing alcohol, and distilled water, and a little bit of blue colourant. That was it. And we had to put the blue colourant in because it was dangerous and it had to be a different colour.
Noticeably weird.
But no, it is still gimmick. Why not use vinegar and whatever it is you use to clean windows? I know it don't work very well, and I have been that person in the winter. To be fair, I keep my air conditioning on year in, year out. Pisses Lindsay off. But whether it's hot, whether it's cold, my air conditioning's on. So whatever's on the windscreen clears anyway.
Yeah.
But as soon as you turn that aircon off,
Yeah.
you're done. Literally done.
And you do actually, because I was clouding, opening the window a crack and direct lunging in the car. Oh, that was a killer. Even with the aircon on, it wasn't clearing it. It was nuts.
No, I don't tend to notice it anymore
It's
because
on the aircon filter.
It was always the back window because
no,
I'm blowing it out and it's drifting to the back of the car.
no, mine was always the front. And all it'd take was a little bit of sun from the wrong angle and you couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
You lost all visibility.
Oh, nuts.
Anyone think of any other bizarre gadgets that...
Vape bands. You know the things you put around your tank, your bubble tank. Just your tanks. You got one?
No, I was just... You know what? And I'm sure we've still got a box with Binham.
Oh, vape bands are everywhere. I mean, you still get them at expos.
Yeah, you still get them.
Yeah.
More the ones that worked as the airflow control.
That was the aromarizer. I've got one in my drawer.
Leaf tanks and so on where they were the airflow control and they were loose as hell. Vape cock rings, Matt.
That's the ones.
You know that we don't.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, vape cock rings.
Yep.
Vape cock rings.
Oh, Diddy is here.
Evening, Diddy. I bet he's got a few vape cock rings. Stealth Vape used to send them out.
I'm trying to think of vape gadgets. I've got to have some shit somewhere.
Sorry, Diddy, I had to do it. Even though
Cass made you do it.
yeah, it's still tradition. So, well, speaking of those, also then the around the neck that you had
Lanyards.
lanyards, but the one not like a lanyard, but like with a vape band on the end that then held the.
With a vape mod on the end, like a pod.
Yeah, but where it was like the lanyard ended in one of those round plastic.
Yeah, that you just and they were designed for the CE4 atomizers or something, and it actually screwed on into it.
Oh, there are also the ones that made that you could put between. You put the bottom between the ATI and the mod, and then there was like a top you put over the drip tip, as to when you put it in your pocket, like a small hood that you put on top of the drip tip as to not get shit in there.
The cup holders you used to be able to get that they would fit in your cup holder, but they've got a cutout inside it that you could buy different ones for different mods.
They're actually quite handy.
I just use a cigarette fit on an ashtray in my car.
I just shoved mine in between the legs.
I know, I can't really explain it. Anyway, I just use an ashtray with a bit of cloth in it.
How about we're talking about shit vape gadgets? Can you think of any? And I can think of one in particular that was awesome, invented by a friend and also an ex-presenter of the show, for taking off chubby gorilla caps.
Alpha, there it is.
They are.
Now that is actually handy. That has a purpose.
Absolutely, and I take my hat off to Riyadh. Riyadh, he sunk a lot of money into that, and I'm pretty sure he made a lot of money from it. But he knew the time scale on it was limited, because as soon as China got hold of it,
but I'm guessing he didn't patent it.
No, he couldn't afford to. The thing is, right, it's all very well putting a patent on something, but if you can't afford to enforce that patent, if you can't afford to send an international lawyer out to challenge it, it's pointless. It's not worth the paper it's ringing. Not worth the paper it's written on.
I did like the fact that the cloners didn't actually realise what, because hold it up again, Martin. You've got the main hole, and you've got that tiny one just above the Alpha 3.
Yeah.
That one. The one that's tiny at one side and gets bigger at the other end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cloners didn't realise what that was for, and they just did a little cutout that was all the same size.
Clones that were exactly the same, that were also like this ledge down.
Yeah, but that's obviously for taking off the top of a Nick shot.
That was you put it over the nib, slid it across, it pinched the nib, and then you just popped it up.
Another great gadget that was made by someone in the UK but has been cloned is the coily. The coily. This is obviously not it. This is a cloned one.
Right, there you go. Excellent. Thanks, Lloyd.
There's a clone. But the coily, yeah. What an invention that was.
Yeah, for measuring the length of your coil legs.
Now, yeah. I think Vanny Vape, they put in every one, don't they?
Yeah, they have.
With the size of their coil.
Yeah.
So what's next then? What do we need to come out with? What do we need to design, develop to make the vaping life easier? How are we going to make our first £250,000 before China get hold of it?
Oh, we don't discuss it on air.
No, I'm after their ideas. I want their ideas. What can we do?
Well, to be fair, vape nuts or similar things as vape nuts, better ones have been made. They're not just specifically designed for sucking in vaping. So that ship has sailed. It's very, at least here, everyone is getting like what's it called? Not fans, but air purifiers. Everyone is getting those here. Like suddenly.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Dyson to come out with a vape removing fan that costs you £8,000.
Matt, that was a good one. The Daedalus.
Daedalus, yeah.
In fact, I could probably put my hands on one right now.
Well, I don't even know what it is.
Mine's in a. It was a coil. It's a jig for making Claptons.
Oh,
But all you did was lined it up, press go, and it literally did your
done it
Claptons
for
for
you?
you.
Yeah.
wow.
There was a little jig. So you put it. You've got like a drill bit box that you put on. You've got a little jig, and
So you got one end
put the wire through.
for
There you go.
your 38 or 40 or whatever it is you use.
That's the wrap.
That's
Yeah.
the wrap, right? Wait there, let me get the other off. And you have the motor.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
You poke
So-
the wire. The wire goes from your motor through the bottom of the jig, but then you put the wire. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. Then you put the wire round the wire, and you just set it going, and you just leave it, and it just slowly moves further and further away. And it would do. It was best for doing twisted wire.
No,
Twist the wire up to
you
start
weren't
with.
straightening your wire before you used it. If you straightened your wire before you used it, you didn't need to.
Yeah, but if you're doing parallel fuse Claptons, it would slowly twist as it went, and you had to untwist it and flatten it off again.
Yeah. But
But,
no,
you know.
that was a good
Yeah.
bit of kit.
It's a shame. Mine's died, so yeah, it's a shame you can't get them anymore.
But if we think of what could be realistic, maybe we can actually just revisit something I had last
Hang on,
week.
Martin, can you bring your mic in a little bit?
Like this.
That'll do.
So last week, or was it the week before, we talked about the new Molicel battery, which was 15 amps only, but 5,000 milliamps. It has been now rated by Mooch. He is rating it at 15 amps, no surprise, and rating it at I think 4,900 milliamp hours. Now, why? I understand the technology of batteries, but a bigger battery. Why not? What? Lloyd, you have some of those Delros with lipos.
Yeah.
What's the? Is it like size versus capacity? The more capacity, it will also increase in size, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think the Dalro is 1,800,
Yeah, it is 1,800. Yeah.
and I think in this massive thing, it looks small in here, but I think that's 2,200. I think.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the Delros, they don't have the charge capacity, do they? They take forever to charge, don't they?
Don't the new ones have USB-C?
Oh, do
2
they?
amp?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, they do.
I ain't got a Dalro with me.
The D60, I think they have, because a lot of people have those Chinese ones with
I
the
think 2 amp charging.
yeah. So they just have the charger, and then they can just put the magnet to it, the magnet wire or the magnet cable. Yeah.
Coil Master kit, yeah, another great piece of kit that I think every vapor apart from Dale has owned.
Oil Master kit. Oh, you god, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I got one of them.
I like Diddy's idea, solar powered charging.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it does kind of exist because you can get a solar powered power bank.
Yeah.
What, just throw
Thing
your
is-
mod in the sun and it charges up?
Yeah, well, we used to, on the caravan, we used to have a leisure battery that had a solar panel on the roof, and it used to trickle charge a leisure battery.
And what there was it was the Minikin V3 that had like a connector in the bottom of the mod, and then there was like a small plate, so you can just put it on that, like hook it in, and then it was charging. So there was no wiggly cable or anything.
What's
There's
this?
I'm sure there's going to be wireless charging. You know, the wireless charging you have for the phones. There has been a couple of wireless charging mods, hasn't there? I've seen
Yeah.
a couple.
problem
But
is
now,
getting the
now the
current through.
wireless charging's starting to get up to 15 watt, 20 watt. I can see that coming back in again.
Phil's just come up with a good one. Do you remember the 521 tab from Coil Master? Where you could
Ohm
build,
reader.
where you can build and fire your mod,
the
build and
same
fire
time.
your coil. Yeah. That's
What about
not
that new nicotine that's out? What they're calling it something, can they?
a stem.
Synthetic one.
Synthetic, yeah.
Well, that I think we revisited that a couple of weeks ago. That it has been around for a long time. It's about approvals and apparently also price. It's very expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, yeah.
But we were actually talking about that in terms of everything being categorized as a tobacco product everywhere, vaping. So if you have synthetic nicotine, is there then a legal actual possibility that it can be classified not as a tobacco product? But then again, we talked about everything regarding vaping is classified as a tobacco product.
Yeah.
This doesn't contain any nicotine, you know? So
It is in the States. I'm not sure. Is it over here?
yeah, but you can get it, but it will come from the States. Yeah, but the fact of
Because I know that. Yeah, I know most of the packaging is all got all these nicotine warnings on it, but they're all coming from the. They've all done that for the States because they do.
No, we need to have it here as well as also TPD and everything.
Yeah.
There are even some coils that the shops can't sell here until they put those sticker on, even though the coil itself is both TPD approved and also approved by the Danish Security Department, who also needs to approve everything that is sold here.
Yeah.
But they simply had to put them in the back until they got the fucking stickers. They can sell the other ones they had, which had the stickers. But because there was an older batch that didn't have the stickers, no, they had to remove those.
See, I'm pretty sure our coils even need to go through the TPD, don't they? Anyway, let's not do this.
Anyone what? Oh, someone got deleted.
Just a
That
troll.
was a stupid comment.
What mods do we actually have now? Who have we got? Oh, David. Is Matt not? Do we not give Matt
Mods. I thought you were talking about mods.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah.
No, moderators. Did we not give Matt mod?
Oh, are you sure he can control that?
Probably
Oof.
not.
What about the overpriced Tornado juice maker mixer?
Oh, yeah.
Never heard of that.
Oh, you could get you could get a mixer that was put your bottle on it and it just shook. Yeah, I know, I remember that.
It was kind of like a home version of what the professionals use to quick steep a juice.
Oh yes, they had those little vibro things, didn't they? That used to shake and yeah.
Matt says nope. What are you saying nope to? And David is saying he was playing with his phone. Nice. When we need you the most. Oh, thank you, Chandler.
Did you just sniff your fingers?
There we go. We have a new moderator.
Oh.
Oh. Porn up again. No, fatbrazil.com. Right, guys. I think we need to talk a little about what I have brought to the table regarding modder of the week this week.
Ooh.
It's not Lloyd, even though he could make mods. Don't know if I would.
Poor old Lloyd. He sells the bloody things.
Mark, if you could just bring up the logo.
You'd call this mod Sabiba.
the logo. One. You're just bringing up all the pictures.
I know, because everything opened up again as soon as I opened the scene. The logo. Sure. Yeah, give me a sec.
It's all right. Don't worry. We're just the consummate professional. Moo, 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 moo. Moo, moo, doo, doo.
There we go.
Oh.
Doo, 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 doo. So many
I
dumb
decided I wanted
ways
to highlight Rock Mods this week, which
Hey.
is probably a brand that most of you know. Evening Shy, just in time. I became acquainted with Ryan Daw from Rockmods. I think it's about 2 years ago when I started like needing accessories and so on, and a lot of the things you can get were from the States and were they were like kind of hard to acquire and so on. Then I stumbled upon Ryan, and I must say, splendid dude. Does very nice things for a very good price. He has tolerated a lot of my weird requests. When he posts something in his group, you can always ask him, can you make it the tip that much higher or that much lower or wider? He's adaptable. I know there was a situation where he made something for a clone product which some dislike, but he stopped again. So that kind of doesn't bother me. He didn't clone any products per se. He's a very versatile accessory model. He's done mods before also. He's done some skunkers, mech skunkers. I believe Matt has one, I think.
Chandler, you've got one, haven't you?
I've got one.
You've got one, yeah.
Get that up.
Sorry, I'll show the back.
It doesn't exist anymore.
This is what, 3-4 years old or something?
Yeah, this was I got it from Vape Fest, and he was one of the first, because obviously high-end mods they're not cheap. He was one of the first modders to make something that was affordable. Basically, this is very basically 3D printed. But it was one of the first ones out. He made them. They were like 50 quid. There you go. Job done. Off you go. So there was very few mods that you could buy that were under 3 figures.
Yeah, but also like looking at accessories, because like there is accessory manufacturers like Never Normal and Nick Ricardo over in the States and Squonk Donkey and so on that make caps and rings and tips. Ryan can pretty much, I wouldn't say do it all, but within the ring and tip segment, and Mark, you can maybe bring up the first picture now.
Sure.
He can just do pretty much anything with a lathe and some tools. No, not the logo, Mark. First picture. Yeah. So here's an example of some of his recent ones. Yeah, he has such a big selection. He constantly does new things. He's recently also done buttons for the .aio. That's on the, if you bring up the second picture, Mark, we have one of the examples of some glow in the dark. He's done screws for Billet Box. He does screws for screw sets for .aio. He does knobs, buttons and tips for Billet Box. He's done some caps before for the Salix. He's done also some for what's it called, the Vena. You can pretty much ask him to Cerakote anything. Also done a lot of that. He's done cases. Maybe you could bring up that picture. I think that's number 4. Mark? Yeah, Matt, as you say, tips for all sorts. And if you have any ideas or requests about bore and so on. So this is just an example of some different cases he does with the embossing technology. And very good cases and for very affordable prices. And that's basically, I think, the key word when we talk about that is that you're not paying overpriced for his items. Yeah, bring up the third picture again, Mark. No, not again, but bring up picture number 3. So this is actually where I started out. I think this is one of the first orders I made. Not that entire order, but I needed some Juma tips and Juma rings.
He did it quick. He did it quicker than we did.
Done it, did I? I think I'm on the £24.99 tier, mate.
So I needed some of those, and I think I got 3 sets, and one of them is here, still going strong. My teal set. I pretty much anything I order extra comes from Ryan. And
Hold your mod up again, Maura. I was sharing the screen when you.
yeah, you have the ring here, which perfectly aligns with.
He's a very nice man as well, isn't he?
Mm.
That's another good thing.
He's a very pleasant man. He's a very patient man, and just
Yeah.
thinking of all the ideas I've given him, and say, oh, can it be that bore and that size and that? And it's just considering that he does that with pretty much anyone. Yeah, and as Matt, as you said, he's also very fast. So kudos, which is a LinkedIn term. Kudos to Ryan at Rockmods. Keep on doing what you're doing. It's effing nice to have in the EU or in Europe have someone so close who can pretty much make you anything in terms of those accessories. Yeah, I think he even bought a .AIO frosted because it was different, just to be able to make the buttons for that as well.
Yeah.
Because those buttons were different. Yeah, he even Cerakoted one of those bullet tips for one of my friends because my friend wanted it, even though he said it's gonna wear off. And then my friend said, "No, I want it," and then he got it, and then it, of course, wore off within 2-3 weeks.
He's doing it looks like he's Cerakoting burrow tanks now as well.
Yes.
He's trying it anyway.
Yes.
And he's started doing it with dot tanks as well.
Exactly. Dot
Yeah.
tank. Some of the recent things he's Cerakoted. But pretty much anything you can send him, he will Cerakote it. Where's Chandler gone?
Done the off.
Yeah, he must be patient. He dealt with Cass. Well, Matt, not per se, because Cass actually got those sets as a gift. I ordered them and sent them to Cass, and he actually didn't know. So maybe he will quit the business when he has to deal with Cass. Maybe one day. Well, yes, he dealt with Cass in the past, of course. He has. No, that was a joke. So. Big props to Ryan. Keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, that's my highlight of Mother of the Week.
Which takes us to Chandler's Instagram adventures.
Ta-da!
He left.
And he reappears. He doesn't.
He doesn't. No.
He knew it was coming, didn't he? He just thought I'd do the off.
Well, then maybe why we have you? Oh, okay.
See what I mean? He knew he was coming.
Is he still waiting for his money off Cass? No, did he? I don't think so. I think when I sent something to Cass, he would have told me he was missing money from him.
What did he try to say?
Was it about what? Because Cass didn't know to not remove that ring, so it made the entire side of his mod fire. Is that? No,
That was it, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Chandler, you're back.
Just in
Sorry.
time, Chandler.
I had a beer. I needed to pee. I'm getting old.
That's a quick one.
Oh yeah. And I got another drink.
We just rounded off saying that
No, it's not beer.
we love what Ryan does, and he should keep on doing it because it's a great addition to the.
Yeah.
What does the extra stand for then?
It's like Pepsi Max and Coke Zero. It's got no sugar in it.
Yeah.
You see what you do? You line your beers up, and then when you finish your beers, you've got a bottle of wine lined up. That's what you do on a Tuesday night.
You just buy a fridge, or you just get a fridge in your fridge in your shed.
Got a fridge in your shed.
That's where I've gone wrong, isn't it? Really. I need to have a fridge kind of just here.
Yeah.
Matt, you're completely right. Ryan is a great addition and a huge asset
Yeah.
to the modding community, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's been how many years? Years now, isn't it?
I remember him probably.
I got that from my first Vape Fest, so 2017. So
Yeah.
2017. Yeah,
I remember
3
it
years ago.
before that. I'm sure
It
I
probably
remember
was.
it before that.
David, no cocktails. Cocktails are for Fridays.
No, no cocktails tonight. That's weekend when I've not got to get up.
What's sangria made out of?
Red wine,
And what?
fruit juice,
and red
punchy stuff, isn't it?
Red wine and water, maybe. I don't really know. Red wine and a lot of ice cubes.
Red wine and some sort of weird berry juice.
Yeah.
Chandler, we've got
Oh.
it right this week, haven't we?
Have you got? Are they working? Did
They
you
are.
get the names and everything?
I got the names. You've just got to tell me what name order I need to go.
Coil one, please.
Coil 1.
Because we always start with the coils.
Coil 1. There we go. Oh, look.
I thought, coil of the week. I saw that and thought, oh, that's really nice, and then realised actually it was
It was our
it was-
answers.
a PC coil, so it didn't. It caught my eye because it's basically a frame staple. So nice and basic, but I liked it. But yeah, PC coils. So I thought, why not? Shameless plug. Why not? There we go. Get some PC coils. We've even had a PC coil as coil of the week. How's that?
Yeah.
So there we go.
Very nice. Nice
If
colours.
you're getting PC coils, and you want a discount, you can use a discount code
Yeah.
free of charge, 10%.
Hashtag Blame Martin. Get yourselves 10% off.
Excellent.
And it's on a hard. Good
Is that
eye.
genuine? Is that genuinely the
That
the
is
discount
a
code?
valid discount code.
really?
And that is a har, isn't it?
It is a hard. Good eye, Mick.
Is that Cooley going to touch the cap though? No.
No, it should be all right.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of horror, have you by the way seen that Tim from Born a Man Cave? He's made an RDA cap.
Yeah.
I
Harder.
saw that.
Yes.
the harder. What?
Harder.
And it's an RDA cap for the heart.
Yep.
And it was like
Okay.
fantastic because they've been talking about this RDA cap for some time, and it was in the works for the Teatro as well, but it didn't come to fruition.
Fruition.
Oh, nuts. Oh, crazy. Coil 2, because I have to have a bonkers coil to go with it. So that's coil of the week, the PC coil, the sensible option that you can actually vape.
You would call that
Wow.
the alien, wouldn't you?
That looks like a tyre.
Oh,
It does look like you could put that on your tractor and it'd get through the snow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
It looks as though Sigourney Weaver's had a go at that.
It does a little bit, doesn't it? Around the edges, it is a little bit alien. But that's a different coil. Look, come on, that is just so not going to vape, is it? Really? But it
Right.
looks
My
stunning.
question is, where the fuck do you put your cotton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
just on top of it.
To be fair, you could probably just soak that in liquid. It would hold a reasonable amount of liquid all on its own.
I'm kind of disappointed they haven't like torched it at least.
Get some colours in there. You know what? You need a car battery to torch that.
Lewis Hamilton's new hairdo.
Oops. Hang on, what have I done?
What did you do?
What did I do?
What did you
You
delete his
just
What
comment?
did I just do?
Because he mentioned Lewis Hamilton.
No, I didn't. I was about to click something. The comment came up underneath where I was clicking. I didn't mean to. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to do that. How do I undo that?
Would you do that, Chandler?
How do I undo it?
Mick, just write it again, Mick, please.
Just Mick, write it again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I tried to click on something else and it just happened to land underneath my mouse. You know me and
There
technology.
you go. I know,
There you
Martin's right.
Have you noticed Matt's got a nice green sword now that he's not?
Oh damn! What have we done?
I bet I ain't got one. Have I got one?
You should have one, shouldn't you?
I don't know. I'm only joking.
Oh,
Hey, I'm blue, mate. I'm happy being a king. Let me know if
Right,
subscribe,
wait.
does it?
Chandler. Yeah, so our alien core. What would you like next, sir?
should we go alphabetical and go to the B section, the one that's the
Tanner, I think that Diddy is thankful because now he doesn't feel alone.
Hey, yeah, I just randomly click shit. It's bizarre. Sorry. I wouldn't mind, but there should have been a button for me to undo it, and there wasn't.
The elemental, sure. Is that yeah, elemental? That isn't it? Cerakote.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Unsurprisingly, I've got a billet box. I've just been anything that's billet box. I'm now like, oh, billet box.
You know what I like about that? Do you know what I really, really like that?
Go on.
Yeah.
There is no blatant IP ripoff.
No.
I like that.
No. But you know instantly what it is.
You know what it is because of the colour, but there's no. You know why so serious? Ha 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 ha. There's no. No blatant ripoff, right? Main.
Elemental.
It's good. Do you? Yeah. Have they got? Is it a Facebook group, Elemental, for their stuff?
Yeah.
Do you send your box to them and they coat it for you, or do they?
Yeah.
No, through the air.
No.
I
didn't know whether they bought the billet boxes, sprayed it, and went, "Here's a billet box that we've coated for sale."
No, some lately asking you, some other people asking you to take the board out and everything, but no, he just sent the whole billet. He does the whole lot. Absolutely stunning.
What would it cost to have something like that done?
You know, Mark, that's what you're asking. This cost is my missus listening.
One and a waffle, didn't you?
I went in a waffle. Yes, the waffle cost about £500.
Five quid.
But that's the whole total of the waffle. But I got an ESB. Got USB put in it as well.
Okay.
But I think just the general colour is about €300. I think this is near the €500. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we'll book you in, Chandler. Yeah.
Is that like OG doors that they've Cerakoted?
That's right.
So underneath the Cerakote is one of those.
Yep. I'll show you the inside of the door. Yeah. You ain't gonna see it in the dark.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. It's original.
Yeah, original door.
Original door. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Matt, I know you told us the quote for the Fear and Loathing idea. I just wanted to get it on air. I just wanted
Kelly
to see
listening.
I just wanted to see Chandler cry.
Hope not.
Sorry?
I just wanted to see you cry.
Me? Yeah. It's like, well, if you buy a brand new box, get it coated, get a nice vape snail to go with it.
We're talking near $1,000, didn't you? Oh wow.
Probably over.
Yeah, 300, 500. Yeah, you're talking near $1,000.
You're not going to have much left over from $1,000, are you?
But right,
that's why you send them the beaters.
Let's assume, right, that you've got your box in front of you, and you had that Cerakoted with Pamela Anderson's tits, and it cost you €300 to have that done.
Mm.
Would you wipe that off as a cost? Do you know if you ever came to sell that, would you expect to get that money back on the personalisation?
Oh, Mark.
It's something that's been bugging my head recently.
I'm thinking of right. I'm thinking of so if you go to, I'm thinking of my local bike shop.
Yep.
If you see a Bandit that's had a custom paint job on the bike, the cost of the second-hand bike is more than a stock bike but it probably wouldn't make back the money that they paid to get it done.
No. That's something you've had done for yourself that you appreciate, that you like.
It's I saw.
I couldn't
I
sell
Fair
that.
to include that cost in the
Yeah.
RP.
I would never get the money back for that vapor bay one, would I? That's like you say, that's for me forever.
But you'd never sell that because that's something that's personal and specific to you.
Yeah.
I saw a bike. I saw a bike in the bike shop. It had got a custom Batman paint job all over it, and I looked at that and I went, "That is amazing." But there's only a few people that are gonna go, "I like Batman." They're gonna go, "I'm."
Would it be fair to include that price, that cost in what you say is then the retail price for the item you're selling?
Because you might as well buy an original and just pay the extra and get it customized to how you want it. If you're buying one that somebody's got customized to how they want it, yes, you might pay a little bit extra for it, but you're not going to pay the price of the customization, are you?
I wouldn't sell that for 300 quid if you're trying to say that. No, I would put it up for what I would put up the Cerakote cost in it as well.
You would?
Yeah.
When they do,
I think,
Lloyd, you're saying you should send the beaters. What if it has like nicks and?
Yeah, he sorts all that out.
He sorts all
He
that
needs to
out.
get some proper beaters in. Yeah, that's another great thing. So you just send your proper beater in. You're getting something back that's sublime.
wow.
I think look at the Pink Floyd one that was on Hatters. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I know exactly what I would want doing to it, but
Pamela Anderson's tits.
Has she actually got tits on that, Mark?
Don't look like it, does it?
Not. It's not.
Side profile.
They're not Pamela Anderson ones.
Is there little lady bumps?
Anatomically correct, no.
There's no lady bumps on it.
Well, there are, but they're not big enough.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Matt, I wasn't referring to the Pink Floyd one. I wasn't referring to anything. It was more of a fact. If I go out and have my Ranger sprayed purple tomorrow, would I expect the price of my Ranger to be worth an extra £3,000 because I've had it sprayed purple? No. I could try. Don't get me wrong, I could try, but would I expect to get that?
I wouldn't expect.
Bikes can be wrapped in the same way as cars and other things, but you just have to take the items apart and then wrap those items. You can wrap, of course, the engine parts and so on.
I'll never get 800 quid for that mod, would I? I'll never get 800 quid for that billet. Not in this house.
If you were, I suppose what I think Mark was getting at is you could list it. Because you were saying obviously on Hatters, you don't flip items. You wouldn't post it for any more than the RRP.
No.
So technically, you could. I wouldn't see anything wrong with you putting it on, selling it for. This is what it's cost me.
Yeah.
The retail price is 800 quid.
You can ask.
Yeah.
You can
obviously,
ask.
Yeah. So there would be nothing wrong with posting the RRP as 800 quid because that's what it's cost you.
Yeah.
No one's going to pay that for it, though, are they?
No.
That's the problem with personalisation. It is so personal.
Yeah.
It is so personal. If you're daft enough to spend 300, 400, 500 euros turning your billet box luminous pink with green dots, then crack on. Because that is what you like. It's what you want.
And it's the same with cars. The most sold cars are black and grey and white because it's the easiest colors to sell. If someone comes into the dealer and wants to swap in a yellow car or like a neon green or something, they're gonna be like, that's gonna be hard to sell on. To swap in. So that's gonna reduce the price.
And it's the same with mods that you pay over RRP for. If you want it, then you're willing to pay that, then you pay it. Yeah. That's up to you. You're not going to get your money back for it. So.
But again, you can see something like if someone does a customization that's like the Joker one. There's certain things that are popular. Deadpool, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
A certain personalization. If you put that up for sale, people are going to go, whoa, I want that. And say if it was like an auction style, it would probably go, it could go quite high.
Yeah, that's right.
Vicious Ant did one like haha Joker one, a Spade DNA 75, I think, which was sold on auction for I think around $2,000, something like that. I recently saw that again up for sale for $1,600.
Lloyd.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
That's right. No, yeah. If you find something, if you got customization that everyone like, it's in the mainstream, then yeah, you probably will get more.
Yeah,
you will get, but not for a Vapor Bay one or.
No.
And obviously, the Pink Floyd, you needed to find bringing that back into it. I know it's nothing to do with it, but the Pink Floyd, if you find someone who likes Pink Floyd, who obviously he did, then you're going to get your money for it.
You can find someone who loves Vaporwave. They'll pay extra money for a special.
Well, yeah, like the people saying in chat, Alex, to sell it to Alex.
But yeah.
But no, that was done for you. Personally, you love it. It's what you want. Knock yourself out. But you wouldn't necessarily expect to pass that cost on to the next person.
No. It's like with personal serial numbers. So I have a friend who got a mod and he got the option to have his name as a serial number. So he got that. It didn't cost him extra. It was just a service. Then suddenly he decided to sell that mod after not that long. But I reminded him, do you know that your name is on the bottom? And then he decided not to list it anyway because, I don't know.
Look at my car, right? What's the registration number of my car? It is my name.
Yes.
Does that make my car worth £2,000 more because it's got my name on it?
But I paid. Isn't that swappable?
Yeah, that's a good example actually.
Yeah. That is swappable, but you can sell. You have to. In order to sell the car, you've got to deregister the car, put another register for another plate on it, and then sell it.
Exactly. I'd put it back on retention. I'd take my number plate off, which is going to cost me £80 to do.
Yeah.
I'd take it off. I'd put the old one back on, which is all into that £80. I then have the certificate to move it onto another car.
Yeah.
And I move it onto another car. But I can't expect somebody else to pay £2,000 for a number plate that means fuck all to them.
Oh.
Rant over. Chandler, where were we? Sorry, mate. I've just completely took over that section.
That was a valid question.
It's fine. No, look. This is what these are all about to discuss to generate discussion.
But no, I love. Oh no, that's Martin. I love.
Evening, Sean.
Good evening, Sean. I do like that.
Yeah, something else I spotted. Billet 2. Obviously, again, hunting for looking at.
That's not a billet.
It's.
Mark,
it's not a billet.
For the next coming 10 weeks, if we're gonna keep on that billet thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get off billet. Don't worry. This is the last billet thing, I think.
That's a dot, isn't it?
Nope, that's billet. Because the button's in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Signature Tips have done some aluminium limited edition, 99 only, billet box doors, and I think it looks the way they've positioned it with the button, it looks a little bit Terminator. I think that's quite cool. I looked at that and went, yeah, definitely, I'll have one of them. 145 quid.
You see, you could sell that. You could sell that at 145 quid because that's what it cost you. Sorry, rant over.
No. It's the same. No. It's the same thing with the. It's the same thing with your car. Okay, if you spend 500 quid on a spoiler that goes on the back of your car, does that add another 500 quid value to the sale value?
Well, with cars, you generally say that you can't really charge extra for the extras.
I want to know.
That's just a casualty of war.
I want to know, with all you billet box fans, can you get the butt end of a bullet as a button?
Yep.
You can. I think that looks incredible.
Who is it that makes them? NHS, Lloyd. The bullet buttons and tips.
Bullet? Oh, ICM, Ice Cream Man. Russell Hayward.
Russell Hayward, yeah.
Yeah, I got one somewhere.
There you go. I've just
Get a
put.
set where you get a button that's the bottom, and then you get a tip which is also at the bottom of the shell.
I like
If
that.
you Google it,
Google
straight
what?
away, billet box buttons,
okay.
ICM mods.
Yeah, we used to sell them at Vapor Bay.
Oh, did
They've
you?
got- they've
Speaking of
even-
Sean, he also makes bullets.
Yeah. They've even done a bullet drip tip to go with.
Yeah, I got it. Somewhere.
So, yeah, cool. But yeah, there you go.
Next.
So, oh yeah, next.
Oh, hang on.
And-
Sorry, hang on. There we go.
Oh, it's a thread one.
Oh, what's next?
Sorry, I went back to Lloyd. He brought over.
Oh, okay.
Custard.
Custard. Yeah, go for it.
Custard 1.
Custard mods. There we go. Forget about billets now. We're done.
They are bringing out a bar device. Do you know that?
Are they custard mods? Really?
What is that?
I think. Oh, is it custom mods? Is it one?
Yeah. So if you can work out what it is, there's custard 1. So they posted this. This is the prototype.
Look at everyone's heads.
Everyone's like, what?
It must be part of something because it's so.
Yeah. So have you got custard 2, Mark?
Hang on, I'm still bending
You're
my
still-
neck over custard 1.
Okay, sorry.
Custard 2.
You should have 4, but I did sneakily add another one in. Did you get 4?
Yep.
Cool. That's all right then. I meant to message you, but I got distracted.
Right, okay. That's clearly a 510.
No, I don't think that bit's the
And
510.
making like the L'Atelier Holy type of skunk mod or something.
No, you've not worked out what it is yet.
No.
Number 3?
Go on then. Keep going. I like this game. This is fun. Guess the mod. I do like the way that he's showing all the pieces because these are all the stand that it's on at the bottom is just the way he's got it printed. So it holds it. You cut all of that off. So these are now all the pieces. These are the pieces that would make it up in a box. Side by side. Yeah. So he's got a battery tube. This, again, using my mouse. The bit that I showed you first, that is where the 510 is going to go on.
So basically the same concept as the stratum balance.
Yeah. Have you got custard 4?
Oh.
Yeah, they're doing a bar device. They definitely.
And that's the that's obviously a render, but that's the mod.
Alice?
LSSPSR.
Alice? Who the fuck is Alice?
Is it with a board like a switch fed or anything, or full?
They're gonna do a version of that, yeah.
As far as I'm aware, this one is just fully mech.
Full of mech. Do a MOSFET. They're definitely doing a MOSFET.
Yeah.
Could be room at least. Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of room underneath for the for a MOSFET.
The way that the bottom is a different color, that is it. It looks like the bottom is something you screw in, so that would make it so that you have the room to do the wiring, put the board, and then put the bottom in.
Hang on, so you're going to send me that in a box, yeah? And I've got to put it together myself?
Yeah, you've got to put it all back together. Got to put it all up together again. So yeah, no, I quite like the way that Custard have gone. Instead of just normally you just see, oh look, this is our nice new mod. They've gone, look, this is the bottom, this is the top, it needs a tube, it needs this bit. So it's really nice to see how they're the design process really, because they haven't actually put it together as yet. That is the beta mod. So
Sean, no chip, as far as we know, but should be doable.
Yeah, they are bringing the chip out. I'll bring the MOSFET out with it.
Yeah.
and the last one that you should have is Voopoo.
Voopoo. Voopoo. Everybody's got to go Voopoo.
The drag what? Max?
Oh yeah,
That dual
They've-
battery pod.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and they brought out a full-on kit. It's a dual battery, the dual battery drag, and that comes with the mouth to lung, the normal one, and a dripper, I believe. And it gets one of every single coil that they do to go with it. 8 coils.
8 coils.
Yeah. 8 different coil types, obviously, because you've got mouth to lung, you've got direct lung.
But this must be like a kind of like a sample pack, because you can get the Drag Max separately, the box that's in the box.
Yes, this is a they're doing a limited edition, basically to promote the launch of it, where you get the mod. You get the dripper to go with, because normally it just comes with the mouth to lung and the direct lung interchangeable tanks.
What I want to know, what's the price difference between that and a regular poo max?
I believe that was €64 when I clicked on the link. I don't think it was ridiculously.
Oh, okay. So you get to try all the coils.
Expensive.
You get a box that you're going to put in a bin with a box that you're going to put in the
You
bin.
drag out the drag.
Yeah.
They're all doing that now, aren't they? All the Chinese are doing that now. They're dragging all their stuff like the GS line. They're dragging it all out, aren't they?
Mick has a good point. If Spark had to do one of those packs where all the coils were in there, they would have to do like 300.
Oh, it'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
With every coil from Spark ever.
Yeah, the limited edition is $64.99. So yeah, dollars.
Do you remember when Aspire used to do that? Aspire did a kit, didn't they? They did a tank that included everything with it. Can't remember what it was. Someone will correct me in chat, no doubt.
It's the Drag Max, but then it's in kind of like a limited edition.
I've got the Oxford one here. Look,
What's that?
the Oxford Origin. This one.
You've now destroyed the box. That's now not going to be worth out that now.
I think this is only given out to reviewers.
Okay.
I have her in the box, but yeah.
For me, the Oxford's ruined that it's a pod mod, but it's so big, and the pod mod taking an external battery. For me, pod mods, internal battery all the way. But that's just me.
Yeah. Though I don't know, the billet box takes a 18650 in its pod.
No, it's shite.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. That is a pod, the ultimate pod mod, isn't it? Really. But there you go.
Oh,
I have people slating. I have people slating me for saying that, but
it's an all-in-one, isn't it? Got to be an all-in-one.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, all right, because it's rebuildable. So yeah, I suppose. There we go. So that's what I've seen on Instagram this week.
That was quite a good thought-provoking, conversation-provoking session. Well done, Jack.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
I like that one. That was good. Yeah.
See,
Cool.
That's what happens when you bring billets into the conversation.
I don't even know where mine's gone.
Oh, you got one.
Mine has literally disappeared.
Get yourself a vape snail. Very nice.
I have been looking, and you don't know how close I was to buying that one you've got, Chandler. Honestly.
Oh, it's... Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching the live, Lloyd. Thanks for the heads up, because you said there's a cheap beta. I can't remember what you said now. The phrasing, the way you said it was basically there's a battered one that's really cheap coming up in about 20 minutes. I'm there going F5. Wasn't coming up. Oh dear.
I'll try to put the hints out there for you.
Oh dear.
I think we're nearly there.
We're about there.
So.
It has been an absolute pleasure. I've enjoyed tonight.
It's been fun.
Considering I was ready to get in the bin tonight, it's been an enjoyable show.
And my internet lasted. Can you believe it?
Huh?
Yeah, Ethernet cable.
Ethernet cable works, man.
I've never
Oh,
seen an Ethernet cable like yours, Lloyd.
It's got wires hanging out of it and everything, but it's working.
Ethernet cable
Lloyd said-
overrides Wi-Fi every time.
Lloyd has like a flat Ethernet cable. I've only seen round Ethernet cables.
I've got a flat one. You should see the state of it. If I move it, then I'll just it goes unstable.
Just
gotta
don't
be
touch
dangerous.
anything. Just don't touch anything.
I can see blue cables, green cables in it. Brown
Well,
as well.
thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to you over on YouTube also for watching.
I've not even checked YouTube chat tonight. Sorry,
Watch-
YouTube.
watching
Have we been neglecting the tube?
I know Ben Vapes one
Oh,
over there.
Ben
I'm sure Ben Vapes.
For those of you watching it back, we hope you enjoyed the show. Come watch the quiz on Friday. It's a premiere. It's the big Alex actually doing the quiz on Friday.
Are we
It
doing a
won't only
backup?
be
Are we
on
doing a
Twitch.
backup one just in case?
Yes, I would. I was to say that. If you're relying on
No,
that,
he said on Friday he was gonna do it. So
Yeah.
okay, maybe I have to work fast on Friday. I don't know. We
back up.
are giving him the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise, we might have to improvise with David some Eurovision. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And Mark, what is it you usually say?
Oh, we always say adios, motherfuckers.
Bro.
VT UK.